Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan, and joining me, former NBA players Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And the award-winning David Aldridge is on our sideline. We'll see the Indiana Pacers matched up against the defending NBA champions, the Boston Celtics. Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. O'Neal is out there with Daniels. Then there's Danny Granger. Then it's George, and it's Lewis in at the point. Brown wide open, he fires. A three-pointer is right on target. Brown's got the first 3 points of the night up on the board for the Celtics. From 6 away, Danny Granger, the bucket on the assist by Lewis.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Screen by Porzingis. A pass to Porzingis. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And putting his long arms there to good use. Porzingis has a large catch radius on those alley-oops.
Outside, George. Porzingis with the steal. Pass to Tatum. It's rebounded by Indiana.
Defense pulled out all the stops to shut him down there.
O'Neal finds George. It's stolen by Brown. And a fast break now for the Celtics. It's tipped. Daniels with it, outguarded by Tatum. Outside for George. Good, and the assist goes to O'Neal.
And definitely a shot George willing to take. His stroke makes it easy work for him.
On the wing, Brown. Granger covering. Tatum with a screen on Granger. Lewis against Holiday. Lewis passes to O'Neal. Daniels. The rebound by Jason Tatum. Pass to White. To the middle. A nice shot by Brown. Brown's got 5 now.
Muscling that one in. JB is a strong individual.
Here's Indiana. They trail by 3. In the corner, Granger with it. No good from outside. Granger's gone 1 of 3 on the night. Here's Brown. Lost contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And the balance Brown has on these takes, refusing to let the D get the upper hand.
The Celtics shooting their first free throw of the night here.
First team foul at the line, Jaylen Brown.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Pass to Lewis. So the Pacers call timeout, their first of the game.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, they need to regroup and maybe try and draw something up that can get them a clean look at the basket.
Throws it up high. And that one's good. Daniels.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Now, here's Brown. Granger up top. He's covered by Brown. Granger dishes to Lewis. Indiana moving it around. 5 to shoot. Holiday with the block.
An aggressive defender who pressures ball handlers. No
with authority.
That is a monster finish. Oh. Mercy, Jason Tatum is a bad man.
Lewis with it. And Holiday picks him up defensively. George passes to O'Neal, and it goes out of bounds. That one off Porzingis. The Pacers making a change here. Oladipo's checked in.
Victor Oladipo.
Pass to Granger. White against George. Daniels. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
With the ability to make plays from the wing, Paul George is a complete offensive player.
Celtics leading by 4. Tatum a screen. Oh, Tatum in position. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here.
Gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
That's fine. You love the effort, not making things easy for the opposition on offense.
Al Horford's checked in for Tatum. And the Pacers also making a change. McGinnis is checked in, and he's good on the 3-ball.
Proving he's more than just a go-to scorer. Brown also loves swinging the ball to open teammates.
Yes, that goes in.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Now here's White. Pass to Horford. Porzingis sets the pick for Horford to the inside. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And what a luxury to run pick and rolls with Porzingis. He can roll to the basket or pop out for that jump shot.
Picked off in midair. Here's Granger. Oh, and the jam by Granger.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there.
Now here's Porzingis. They get a hand on it. 5 on the clock. 17-foot shot on the way. And he hits the jump shot. Brown's got 10.
The mid-range is not an issue for Brown. It is just another weapon in his arsenal now.
Granger, good.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. Daniels, he's checked in for Indiana. Our test comes in for Danny Granger. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Jaylen Brown has put it all together. He said, I'm figuring out my spots to be aggressive. That's in my DNA. But also showing how I've grown. Being a great screener, delivering passes on time and on target. That's important to being a great teammate. I'm focused on being a better basketball player. Kevin?
Yeah, and he's a smart one too, right, David? He is something else. Outstanding stuff, DA, as always. A nice shot by George.
That last 3 must have bothered George a little bit. He goes to the arc with a purpose and fires off his answer.
Here's Pritchard. 34 seconds left to play in the first quarter. From outside the arc. That one's no good. That makes him 1 for 2. Pacers trail by 5. Daniels kicks to George. The kick out to Oladipo. Here's Daniels. Good, and it's Oladipo picking up the assist. Oladipo's got 3 assists tonight.
And when Oladipo makes passes like that, his team kicks into a whole new gear offensively.
Here's Pritchard. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so lots of scoring in that competitive first quarter. Boston on top, up by 3. And don't go away. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Celtics.
When you pile up the blocks earlier in games, it really can affect the other team. They lose confidence offensively.
And also, how about how disruptive they've been on defense, not allowing the opposition to get comfortable and also being able to create a lot of steals as well.
On the court for the Pacers as our second quarter gets underway. We've got McGinnis. He's out there with Artest. Oladipo is out there with Daniel. And it's Brucey in at the point guard position. Pass to Pritchard. Outside Tatum. Wow! Tatum stretching his range.
See, this is what I like about Tatum and the way he uses the pick. That extra room is all that's needed for him to score.
Here's Boosie. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Down low. And a dunk by Horford.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
Here's Boosie. Offensive struggles continue. Missing again. Horford with the screen on Artest. Pass to Craig. And here's Tatum for three. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
An accurate shooter from distance. Tatum's teammates want him to keep looking to pull the trigger.
Timeout called the Pacers. So both teams making some changes here. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. And the basket by Boosie.
And with those points, he puts an end to that 10-0 run by Boston.
Celtics leading by 11. Here's Tatum. It's hauled in by McGinnis.
It seemed like he changed his mind halfway through the layup, tried to go to something else, and flat out choked it.
Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. And that one's good. Daniels.
It looked like he was playing against his little brother out there, the way he just went right over him with his height.
Daniels has gone 80% from the field, 4 of 5 shooting. The three from Tatum. Sinks the triple. Tatum's got 9 points in the quarter.
No second thoughts from Tatum. Just look, he's ready.
Here's Lewis. And Pritchard pulls it down.
Just enough resistance to force the miss. Barely. That's one he'll generally make.
To the paint. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Hauser. He's covered by Daniels. Oh, Tatum in position. And slam dunk by Tatum.
He's got a great sense of timing on the pick and roll. When Tatum makes his move, it's decisive.
Pacers trail by 14. And Tatum over to help. Out to the right wing. Here's McGinnis. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Now Tatum, he's got 13. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Pass to Cornette. And here's Artest. Here's Boosie. Here's Pritchard. He's covered by Daniels. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Daniels has got 4 this quarter.
And finding his teammate in stride, he led his guy perfectly.
And so Brown will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. They've led by as many as 14 points. The three from Tatum. The three from Tatum.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
Lewis. And the rejection by Tatum. Here's White. It's rebounded by Indiana. Lewis outside and taken away by Brown. Poke loose, and so Indiana again turning it over. Celtics leading by 13. Tatum, that's good.
See, this is what Tatum is capable of. Look, he is a sensational scorer. Like, we understand that. When he gets into a rhythm, whew.
Pass to Nedolicki. Sweet little floater. Nedolicki's got his first points of the night.
The floater is so tough to defend against. Nothing defenders can really do but shake their heads.
Here's White. Tatum with it. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face.
And Tatum has a number of shots to choose from down low. This makes him a tough cover.
Pacers trail by 16, and he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. And then Brown with the dunk.
And that's something that should really get Brown going. Alley-oops like that really help the momentum.
We've got 1:28 left now here in the second. Halliburton on the wing. White covering. Indiana moving the ball around. Knocked loose. And George kicks to Lewis. Just 5 on the clock. A 3-ball. Jaylen Brown with the rebound. Celtics leading by 16. Bounce pass from Tatum. Tatum on the wing. Nailed from three-point land. Tatum's got 24.
Oh, that's just a smooth jump shot. Tatum has such a deep arsenal. So many different ways to score.
In the corner, George with it. It's hauled in by Porzingis.
They say it's a make-or-miss league, and there are some times that you miss.
The screen from Brown. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on George.
An active scorer, whenever Tatum forces the issue and goes at the defense, they have to compromise.
Daniels is checked in for Indiana. Granger comes in for Halliburton. Pacers trail by 21. Inside. Can they get it? And the jam by Jermaine O'Neal.
Nice feed inside. Saw the play develop and hit him right when he needed to.
O'Neal against Tatum. And so it's the Boston Celtics with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. And with as many three-pointers as they bring, it's easy to see why they're on the cusp of a blowout. We'll return shortly. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. And you know, guys, Jason Tatum has really been making it happen.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
And let's see if the D adjusts, make life a little more difficult on him.
Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. The small and power forwards, the star pair of Brown and Tatum. And it's Porzingis in at the 5, patrolling the paint. And that's the group for Joe Mazzulla as we begin the second half.
Outstanding vision there from the Latvian. Porzingis showing he can read the floor, capable of setting his guys up.
They set the pick. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Chemistry at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
Yeah, you're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk. All of it perfect. Brown the pass to Porzingis. Outside, White. Bounce pass, Holiday. Porzingis sets the pick for Tatum. And slam dunk by Tatum.
Brushing off the contact look. The dude is strong. When he gets in there, it's easy. That's an easy bucket.
Granger outside. Lewis against Holiday. Here's O'Neal. And the layup's good off the glass. O'Neal's got his second bucket tonight.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
Out to Porzingis. Pass to Brown. Porzingis with a screen on Granger. Lob pass to Porzingis. A steal. Daniels with it. Picked up by Brown. Daniels dishes to Lewis. Back to Daniels. Knocked away. Right the pass to Brown. Fast break. Here comes Indiana. Here's Daniels. Powered down with both hands.
When he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
Yeah, you can feel Coach smiling on the sidelines with every offensive board.
Brown with a screen on O'Neal. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And finished off by Brown.
Ooh, he's earning his keep offensively, a key part of their winning effort at this point.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Lewis against Holiday. Lewis attacking. Yep, that one goes. Lewis has got his first 2 points of the night.
Used the pick to perfection and got all the way to the rim.
Celtics leading by 17. Porzingis feeling it out a bit. Oh, Tatum in position. And the dunk by Tatum.
Tatum reminding the defense, like, yo, you cannot stop him.
Lewis with it. Outside, George. Granger kicks to O'Neal. Here's George. Good, and the assist goes to O'Neal. That's 7 points for Paul George. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Tatum finds Porzingis. The kick out to Holiday. Pass to Brown. Screen by Porzingis. Clock at 4. Shot by Brown. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
Look, it can be simple. Read the defense, call the play.
Oh!
Wow.
Gotta love that one.
Wow.
Pacers trail by 21. Lewis outside. Porzingis comes with the double team. Here's O'Neal. Again, Indiana.
Well, you like guys who can work that in-between area, really keeps the defense honest.
And when we talk about the numbers, the analytics for great shooters like him, pretty much any shot is a good shot.
Out of bounds, Indiana takes possession.
Horrible mistake right there. You hate to see unforced turnovers like that.
Pritchard, he's checked in for White. Oladipo, he's checked in for Indiana. Here's O'Neal. And the rejection by Tatum. Pass to Pritchard. Brown inside. O'Neal's there. And Holiday kicks to Tatum. Screen by Porzingis. Tatum with it. Oh, wow!
That is powerful.
He is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think.
Sam Hauser.
So Oladipo will bring it up for the Indiana Pacers. Out of bounds, Pacers ball as Indiana keeps possession.
Pacers ball.
Here's George. 7 points in the game. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Oh, nice work finding the open man by George. Plays like this prove he's a team player.
Boston leading by 19 points. And George hits the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. And Indiana making a change here.
First team foul. Substitution for the Pacers.
Outside Holiday cranes the three-pointer.
And he's shooting it at an efficient clip, but he needs to keep looking to score. It's what his team relies on him to do.
1:30 left to play in the third. Right side Artest. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
3 points.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
There's the screen. Horford the pass to Hauser. It's picked off. Pass to Daniels. Here's Boosie. To the inside. Here's O'Neal. And finished off by O'Neal.
Oh, nice there. Getting the reverse. Love that. And the fans got a little bit of a show there.
Guys, that one definitely had a little something extra on it. Here's Pritchard. And again, Boston with the triple.
Savvy play from Holiday. Quick thinking helps him get the ball to the wide open man.
Pass to Daniel. Indiana moving the ball over. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Maybe they've been going to him a little too much. Now he's having a great game, but his team is losing, and that is all that matters.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Pritchard passes to Horford. O'Neal outside. It's out of bounds. Last touch by O'Neal.
Pacers substitution. George
Celtics leading by 18.
Freddie Lewis.
And here is Brown. 16 points for him. Up in time. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's the Boston Celtics with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Pacers trail by 18. And a look at the 5 for the Pacers to start the fourth quarter. Artest is out there with McGinnis. Then it's George. Then it's Lewis. And it's Medalicki in at the center position. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Boston.
Great heads-up defensive play tonight, creating offensive opportunities for themselves by forcing deflections.
And I'll tell you, the energy they've shown in the open floor, boy, it has been terrific. Doing a phenomenal job converting in those situations.
Boston on D. Count it.
And moving George around the floor keeps the defense guessing.
Here's Tatum. Pass to Horford. Tatum against Artest. Here's Horford. And it's good off the back rim and in. 6 points for Horford.
And that's how you want to get Horford his touches, within the flow of the offense, preferably right off the catch. You've got to love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage. Tatum against Artest. Craig, good. Craig's got his first bucket in this one.
Oh, come on. Just add vision to his perfect skill set. Like, when he's dropping dimes like that, like, Jason Tatum is a problem.
Pacers trail by 20. Knocks it loose. And pushing it up, here's Boston. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And this is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
They've been able to attack the defense before they get set, really making the most of their fast break opportunities.
Here's George. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
And it's really hard to knock George off his balance. He's just so long and strong. Nice take there.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Granger against Tatum.
Oh, my goodness. Man. Ooh, that's an old-fashioned rim wrap.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now. And it's Indiana's ball. Pass to McGinnis. He's got a clear path. There's the lob to the hoop. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
Outside, George. Stolen by Holiday. Pritchard passes to Tatum and stolen by Granger. Here's Nedolicki. Lays it in without an inch of room around him.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
Here's Pritchard. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Tatum's got 6 assists now in the game.
Intelligent play by Tatum, moving the ball to get an open shot.
Here's Lewis. Got a piece of it. He's got a clear path. Here's Pritchard. The shot's good.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone. Until someone stops him, just let him roll.
Pritchard's gone 5 of 7 from the field. That's over 71% actually. And it's sent back by Horford. Here's Holiday. George with the defensive effort. Pass to Tatum. Got it. Good job in the low post. 36 points for Jason Tatum.
This is how confident Tatum is. Knows he can score inside whenever he wants.
So it's the Pacers now. Granger outside. And pushing it up. Here's Boston. Here's Tatum. Good work there as it goes. Tatum's got 38 points.
Want to create a good look? Yeah, just get the ball to Tatum out in space.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Indiana Pacers. And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession. Daniels, he's checked in for Indiana. O'Neal comes in for McGinnis. Ball stolen. Here's Tatum driving inside. It's good. 40 points for Jason Tatum.
Oh, you gotta prevent Tatum from getting into the lane, because once he's in there, you're done.
And so here is Indiana. Lewis passes to Granger. Drops in the tray.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a 3 each time.
They are in complete control.
This is the ultimate definition of the zone. Everything they've done has worked.
Cornette kicks to Tatum. Shot clock at 6. To the middle. Basket good. Tatum's got 42 in the game.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they got to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop. And although he's undersized at his position, his vertical, yeah, that'll clean up a few mistakes.
1:57 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Tatum down low. Granger covering. Bucket is good. Tatum's got 44.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to it?
Yeah, just keep feeding him. That guy is a man on a mission. And the defense, well, they don't have much of an answer.
And they are really racking up the assists in this one.
And their team chemistry is evident. These guys enjoy playing with one another.
A big part of being an elite shooter, if you're talking about a Jason Tatum level, you have to knock down those difficult shots.
And pushing it up, here's Boston. That's tipped. On the wing, Daniels. Outside, George. Down low. The kick out to O'Neal. And it's denied. Here's Craig. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, hammers the alley-oop through.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
And let me tell you, as a team, you love to hit your stride right at the crucial moments. They put this game away in style.
Here's George. Takes it off the glass.
And this is George at his best, taking it at the defense, playing downhill.
And turnovers have been the issue for him.
You can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They've got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Lewis. Rebounded by Tatum.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
You have to love their effort. This game wasn't handed to them. They took it.
And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Richard Jefferson, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. We appreciate you tuning in tonight. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, Jason Tatum.